Carlos, how good is the team now?
I think we're playing really well. I think one of the things we have to work on is sustaining a lead. We get out to a big lead and somehow we let down second half. Teams come back, but the good thing is we're getting better while we're winning games.
Let's talk about yourself personally. Are you approaching this season any differently from any other season that you approached?
Yeah, I want to make a statement this year. I'm healthy, thank God, and I want to stay that way, but I want to, prove to people that I belong, like we were talking about earlier. I feel like I have something to prove every game. I want to go out there and be a dominant force on the inside and help my team win games and get to the postseason for the first time in my career.
When folks were expressing a concern about your health and the legitimacy of your injury, how did that affect you?
No, it hurt me, because I'm one of those guys that I'll play through anything if I can. I tried to come back too soon on 3 occasions, and I ended up tearing it again, talking about my hamstring. But sometimes you just got to let that in one ear, out the other ear. Good thing I had good people around me to keep me up. My teammates were terrific. And I worked my tail to get back, and when I got back, I thought I finished the season strong. But it's tough when you hear people say stuff like that, because when you're a competitor, all you want to do is go out there and help your teammates play. But that puts a fire in you as well.
You were drafted, I think it was 35th in the draft. How much of a disappointment was that to you?
It was a huge disappointment. I thought we had a good year at Duke, one of the more talented teams in college, and I thought my talent level was enough to be somewhere in the first round. But that motivated me, and made me want to go out there and prove to each team that passed me up that I can play in this league and perform well. And still to this day, I still wear it on my sleeve a little bit and go out there and try to prove it today. So I think it helped me a great deal.
How would you describe your style of play personally?
I think I'm an inside banger. I go out to rebounds. I'm real vocal. I'm very, very vocal out there, try to help my teammates out. Maybe more of a throwback. I'm more of a, I'm not as tall as power forward out there, but I'm gritty, I grind, and I try to get the job done.
Have you noticed, based on how the change in officiating has been, any impact on your game in terms of an adjustment because of that? Because you are a physical player.
Absolutely. It's more of a skill game now. Like the more physical you are, the more fouls you're going to pick up today. So I mean, you got guys like Shaq, who's very physical. Amari can be very physical. Jermaine O'Neal. There's guys in the league that can be physical. I'm one of those guys. But we have to adjust. If you put too many hands on, they're going to call a foul. But now you have to move your feet a little bit better, which makes you a better defensive player. Offensively, you got to be careful because there's more guys flopping, trying to pick up charges. So we're more aware of that. But it makes you think the game a little bit more.